This is Ma Mridu here, and welcome back. And I'd like to share a beautiful experience of manifesting powers. Now, in the last few satsangs, Swamiji has shared a beautiful thing about how you can manifest powers from the space dimension. As in, we've all understood what is a length dimension, which is basically the logic part of it. And then you've got a breadth dimension, which has got to do with emotions. And the depth dimensions, which has got to do with cognitions or thoughts or anything that you have an idea about. Cognitions, a thought pattern. And space is the fourth dimension. Now, we have been manifesting powers from the depth dimension or even by length dimension, visualizing Swamiji or relating the cognition that he shared with. But this beautiful revelation about manifesting powers from the space dimension, which is one step more than the depth. And I was, it's more of you to experience and go through that beautiful thing about being in oneness with Swamiji at the space level. And then when you start manifesting powers, you see amazing results. So what I did was, I just sat with myself and I went to the maximum level that I could and related with Swamiji. See, some of us still do not understand what is oneness with Swamiji. When you're in the space of oneness, you manifest powers. But it's something, it is something very beautiful, and I'll share with you how how you can also experience this. Now, some of us or most of us have that one person whom we can relate with very closely. It can be your spouse, it can be your mother or your child or your baby or your pet for that matter as well. It can be anyone. And when you sit with that being, you feel so expansive, you feel so much in love, you feel so much in union with that person, or you feel so relaxed. Being in oneness with Swamiji is much more than this, much more than what you can relate with. So start off by just being in that space with your loved ones, for example, your spouse or your relative or your friend. Just be in that space. And when you start being in that space, you experience tremendous completion, tremendous relaxation, tremendous love. Now, all this plus a lot more is what is called oneness with Swamiji. So now shift that from just sitting with Swamiji, just see yourself sitting with him and how you feel. Swamiji, you see, when we sit with someone who we're very close with, there are no layers like, who's higher than the other. There's no ranking. Same, likewise, when you sit with Swamiji, you just sit with him, just be with him. Okay, and when you sit with him, you'll experience this tremendous oneness with him, on how your being feels when you're one with him, and how do your being feels when you're close to him, when you're one with him, and there's no difference between you and him. From that space, these powers, this energy emanates, and it's these powers that you can use to manifest whatever reality you want. So what I did yesterday was I met this beautiful couple, and they actually came down for a Kalpataru session here at night. And so I was just telling them, I said, you can use a third eye for everything, anything that you want to manifest. And one of the best things, and one of the things that I wanted to show them, right, that just occurred to me was I had someone sitting down at a distance. So I told them, with the third eye, you can actually tell the person to stand without you mentioning a word. So I took 2 minutes. First, I connected with Swamiji at the space level. And from that space, I just sent an intention or sent an instruction to that person to stand from the space of oneness. And within 1 minute, after 1 minute, she was just easing herself, like wanting to move, and in the second minute, she stood up and she walked away from where she was sitting. And we were all amazed. And they could see for themselves how the third eye can be used to even move objects, move matter. Now, if you can move a person, you can move anything. You can move boulders, you can do anything. All it requires is the third eyes and a connection with Swamiji. And that's the best thing you can do, because manifesting powers is just a side effect of having the oneness. Having the oneness is a beautiful experience. When you experience that oneness with him, manifesting power is just a side effect of it. So go ahead and connect yourself with Swamiji, and you'll be able to see how you can manifest these beautiful powers, giving an instruction from your third eye to manifest whatever you want. Okay? With these blessings and eternal.